How do you build rapport with a customer? That's what we're talking about here today, because without rapport, you don't earn the right to sell the merchandise. Now let's get going. What's the first step? Realize it's about them, not you. So smile from the heart. Just be glad that you're meeting somebody and open to them. And one easy way to do that is always do what I'm doing, which is open your arms. Just good morning. That's going to feel really awkward for you. It's kind of like saying, put on a straitjacket and go for a run. I get it. But what does that do for my body posture? It says I'm open to you. So with an employee, if they're standing there with a hand in a pocket, or when I went into one very important department store recently, and one employee had his foot kneeled on the back of the counter and with his head down looking at his phone. Does that say that people matter? No. So the first thing we have to remember is it's about them, not about you. And then you want to find something small that you can celebrate with them, right? So it's something that they're holding or wearing, or a piece of jewelry, or if that doesn't work, something they're talking about, but that's a little hard to do when you're at the very beginning of the conversation, but the idea is still the same. A lot of people go through and talk about the weather. Oh, don't you hate it when it's raining? And invariably when you say to somebody that, what do they say? I love it when it rains. You're like, oh, great. Or you say, if I say, oh, did you see the Yankees game last night? No. Oh, it was really great. Judge, if bases loaded, it's like, are you listening to me? No, because I already said no. But we don't take those clues and say, I guess I should change. And that's the first thing. So when you're looking to build a conversation, to build rapport, find something that you can look at them. And I'll be honest with you, there's times, somebody comes in dressed all in black and there's nothing I can talk about. That's just harder. Doesn't mean I don't have to do it. Just means I'll have to find it somewhere down the line where I can say, I'm just like you. And a way that this manifested itself to me was one of my very first clients was the Bayshore Peninsula Hotel in Newport Beach, California. Little room, 36 rooms in just outside of Balboa, right on the peninsula. Gorgeous, gorgeous place. And one of the things that we instituted was a tour of the property. We'd say, may I tell you a little bit about us? And they'd say, yeah. We provide everything for a great day at the beach. We have towels, boogie boards, everything we just check out right here. We have a breakfast buffet every morning from 7 to 10, and it's not like just take one thing. You can feed the kids and everything else with you. We also have a movie library. You can check out any of the top movies for free, and we'll also have fresh baked cookies every afternoon around 3 o'clock, so you want to make sure you get down here before they're all gone. And what we noticed is when we took that little bit of care at the beginning, we were a non-smoking hotel, first one in California. Nobody smoked in the rooms. People were nicer to the front desk. People were bringing leftovers to the front desk because they felt like family, right? So the same thing for you. If you're looking to go through and do a better job in your retail store, by building this conversation, this rapport, if, gosh forbid, something goes wrong. You designed a kitchen for them. The furniture was late. The window coverings were the wrong color, fill in the blank. They're going to remember, oh, that's Dave we're talking about, not some guy. And if you had a good experience with them, they'll understand. They'll be, oh, well, let's make the best of this. But that personality to say you're more important than the product is going to take you a long way. And if you've watched any of my videos, which, by the way, I have a link up here, one that I think would be really good for you to follow up on. If you don't see it up there, go down in the bottom. I'd like to tell stories. Try to find an analogy. Try to find something that gets their interest. I wish you could have been there that time when, and reel them in with a story versus facts, because the more we understand how a product was used or how somebody benefited from it, the more we can see ourselves using your product, and the easier it is for that conversation to flow naturally. And the other thing to remember is, a lot of customers come in with this much energy. And if you have some kind of a Donnie Downer guy who is working for you, it's like he's pouring water on that energy and bringing it down with him. We don't have that. It doesn't come in that color. It's not on sale, whatever. But if we could go through and at least meet them, be as excited. I just graduated from high school and my mom promised me she's going to get me a new watch. And I'm here to see what you've got. Awesome. We have the perfect thing for your high school graduation. In fact, if you like it enough today, I can engrave it with the date and your name, and your mom can come by and pick it up this afternoon. What do you think of that? Right? You're going to still say, I'm of service to you, and we have something in common. So if you take all of those together, I think you'll find that building a rapport with a customer isn't hard, but you can't text them, so you might as well learn it. And when you do it right, people are going to come back to you and say thank you, and more importantly, they're going to treat you nicer as well. Now, before I forget, there is one more video I want you to see up here in the top, and then down below, if you don't see it, you can see it down there. Let's get busy and let's go through and make customer experience and make building rapport with people easy. Retail Doc out.